Just joins in late.
We're live. Hit the video. Oh, that's me. I'll hit the video. The video has been hit, and you kids are back for another episode of Dad's Anime Stash. With Mark, do the intro.
Okay. You've done the right thing, kids. You waited until your parents left the house, went on their little fake date. You snuck out, went to your dad's bed, pulled out the dusty box, popped it in. You're ready and you're raring to go for some Yu Yu Hakushow talk.
I'm confused on a lot of the things you say in this intro, to be honest.
I'm confused about what a fake date is.
Because the marriage is already dead, Si.
So what? That doesn't make the date fake.
It's not real. None of it's real.
Is this a Matrix reference?
Yeah, sure.
Cool.
But we're here to talk Yu Yu Hakushow, the anime in itself, not the movies.
Actual anime.
The actual anime.
The 112 episode anime.
Yeah, I got to 68, and I'll be finishing it anyway because it's great, and I haven't rewatched it in a couple of years. So
I watched all 112 episodes in 8 days.
it's a lot.
I encourage everyone to do the same.
Oh,
That is a lot.
It's definitely
It's a
binge.
crash course.
It's a great binge anime.
You just have to, do it smart. Like, don't, whenever you're driving, just play Yu Yu Hakushow.
It's true.
Watch a little bit while driving. Cops will understand.
But guys, I'm watching Yu Yu Hakushow, and they're like, "Oh, okay. Well, what part is it at?" And you're like, "Demon Tournament." They're like, "Oh,
Dude, this is Dark Tournament. You
Crank
scared
it
us
up.
too.
just crank it up, man. Turn it up loud." How far did you get, Si? 95.
I was
110?
in psychics when I started, so I finished psychics and started over, and I got to the
112.
no, I got to
69?
like halfway through the dark tournament.
This is a good tournament. The best tournament in anime.
It's hands down the best tournament in anime.
So, this is going to be the first time we are reviewing the entirety of a long-form anime. So,
Yeah.
let's just break it down and start at the beginning. And let's talk about what's going on. Mark, are you okay?
Mark's gonna get murdered.
He woke up. I'll be right back. Keep going. I'll be right back.
So, let's start at the beginning, and we'll talk about the opening, Smile Bomb. Sai, that is your favorite song of all time.
Close, yeah.
It's not?
No, probably a rap song is probably my favorite song. I can't think of one, but it's very close. It's definitely the best anime opening of all time.
There's no doubt about that. The issue is the girl who sang it doesn't seem to exist.
She's a ghost.
She's a ghost. I can't find any information about her. But
We do know who sang the outro, though.
Well, I know who sang one of the outros.
Yeah, one of them.
Stephanie Noldini. Sayonara, bye-bye. So, rumor has it that the girl who sang the intro was another girl who used a fake name when she sang the intro, which seems pretty likely.
Yeah, probably. I thought you were going to say it was a demon.
There are no demons. Oh, nice shirt, man.
Yeah, thanks. You too.
So, Frenchie, do you know what we're talking about tonight?
Me hockey show, something like that.
That's not right at all. You sound so stupid right now. We're talking about Smile.
Okay, now I hear people.
Song. Zai, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Frenchie, can you hear us?
Yep.
Okay. So, Frenchie, what are your thoughts on Smile Bomb?
It is one of my favorite anime opens. I think it is absolutely brilliant. And is it by Flow?
No.
Oh, that's right. I get it confused sometimes with the of Sign. Or no, not Sign. Color from Code Geass.
So the English version is sung by a ghost. The girl
Yes.
doesn't seem to exist.
Hmm.
We've all looked for her. We can't find her.
Also, when you said one of favorites, you mean number one, right?
He does mean number one.
Okay.
Definitely up there.
Mark is back from hanging out with his friends, who's too cool to be on a podcast with. Mark, we were talking about Smile Bomb. What are your thoughts on it?
It's great.
Try again. One more time.
Smile. Isn't
Hmm?
Smile Bomb the
Best anime opening of all time ever?
yeah. No, it is.
Okay.
It's
There's
the only
nothing
thing. I think Cameron was like a year and a half when I first played it, and it was like one of the first things he like danced to.
I think.
Did
was
you
one of
record
those
it?
things I danced to.
Probably on my old phone.
So, Mark, you're the theme song guy. How would you rate
I am
Smile
the
Bomb?
theme song guy. S tier.
S tier.
S
Not
tier.
S plus.
Well, like it's S plus for sure, but like overall, it's 100% S tier. It's catchy. It's stood the test of time. It doesn't get old. It's consistent throughout the entire show, which is great.
When those first two notes hit, you can sing the entire song with just
Yeah. There's like a meme that says like you can't, like one of the memes that says you can't hear an image, and it's the image of the beginning scene of the credit from the Yu Yu Hakushow theme song.
Bullshine flying in.
Yeah. And you know what it's time for, and it's time for the Yu Yu Hakusho theme song. Also, the outro for Yu Yu Hakusho, very underrated, but the second outro song, the one that plays like during the end of the Dark Tournament, and right after, crazy good.
Is that the one with the apartment? Like not the apartments, with like when they're in like the.
I don't think you got far enough side to where they play the because the
Well-
like the intro never changes, but the outro changes about.
I'm trying to think of
midway through
the.
Dark Tournament.
I'm trying to think of the imagery that they use in that one. Is that the one where it starts off and they're like in a escape ladder thing, fire escape kind of looking thing?
Is it Sayonara Bye Bye?
Maybe.
Sayonara Bye Bye is the second outro.
Then I would say that's it. Yeah.
I think I know which one you're talking about.
It's the
Yeah.
one you were talking about, Sai.
It's definitely the second.
Oh, yeah,
intro.
yeah.
The second
Okay, yeah, I
intro
know
is
which one
definitely
that
my
is.
favorite. I thought the first intro was bad. I just think the second one's way better.
Sayonara Bye Bye, sung by Frenchie's best friend. What are you doing, Frenchie?
Who? He's
Just checking a
watching
couple
Yu Yu Hakusho.
notifications.
He's trying to
Don't
catch up
worry
on Yu Yu
about them. Worry about us. We're here with you.
forever.
It's like when I touch my shirt, it's like I'm touching you. You know?
Are y'all wearing
I
the
like
same
it when you
shirt?
touch me.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
are, yeah. Mine's Yu Yu Hakusho, but it's not their
It's
shirt.
the wrong one. It should have been the Yu Yu Hakushow shirt everybody bought from Walmart 2 years ago.
It's still there too.
Mine didn't have it.
How? What?
What?
They got a pink one now.
They have
I
it
got
right
you.
now, Sai. Like
My
I could
brother
go to
bought me
Walmart.
that.
I could go to Walmart tomorrow and buy that exact shirt.
I can't. I didn't see it.
What
Should have gone to Walmart
are
today
you-
to buy this exact shirt.
Hmm.
Sai, does your Walmart have really low ceilings?
No,
Those really low ceiling Walmarts creep me out.
I don't think it has really low.
Also the one-
It's like a goddamn warehouse.
You guys
Yeah.
know the ones with the tiny aisles too? The Walmarts that have those like aisles that you can barely even fit a cart down.
Well, they're all like that, but like some of them have those drop ceilings.
It's creepy.
It doesn't work for me.
Yeah, no.
It's so creepy.
You can definitely fit 2 carts down our aisles.
But you can't put any Yu Yu Hakusho shirts in there.
Yeah.
That's a big negative.
It's the middle of Louisiana. They're
That's
not-
zero
there's-
excuse for not having a Yu Yu Hakusho shirt.
No, that's the reason they don't have it in there. Probably
You should bring that up to them next time you go. I would.
they
file
have a bunch
complaint.
of beer shirts.
I would just file a complaint.
All right, so let's talk about Yu Yu Hakusho instead of Walmart. So, who watched it on Hulu? Did everybody else notice that Hulu only has half the series dubbed?
I did.
No.
I did see that. I did notice that, but
I think I
watched
saw
it.
it because you told us.
I watched it on
Yeah.
Crunchyroll.
So Hulu's dub stops right after the fight between Kurama and Kurasu. And no, you don't even get to know who won.
Yeah, Crunchyroll has it all on.
Crunchyroll does have it all. But Crunchyroll also, maybe it was just a me thing, but it automatically puts subtitles every time I hit next episode.
Really,
And I had
that's
to
weird.
switch it. I had to turn it off.
Let me mute and play and just see if I get. Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, I didn't even notice that.
Wait, it does that for you too?
Yeah, you have to turn it off in the settings.
It doesn't do that for me.
That's weird. Okay, so let's say start of Yu Yu Hakushow. Yusuke dies in episode 1, and then the show ends. So it's pretty
Or
good.
does it?
But it
No,
doesn't.
he's asleep the whole time.
Yeah, it's actually just lost.
So let's not get into that. That's not what happens. Stop it.
No.
let's
Okay,
not-
so episode 1 though he dies, which is like back when I was first watching Yu Yu Hakushow and like it shows Yusuke, so you're like, okay, clearly this is the main character.
Yeah.
And then he dies, and you're just kind of like,
Yeah. I hope they find the
What?
Dragon Balls.
yeah, like, all right, we'll see how this goes. But then he wasn't supposed to die. But because he gets a second chance to live if he completes a trial, which is a series of events of him like just being a ghost and trying to get his friends to keep his body alive and hatch a spirit beast.
And the crazy part is he doesn't complete the trial at all, in any way, shape, or form.
No, he fails all of them. Which I think even Koenma says though that like part of the trial, like it's meant to fail. Like the trial's meant to fail, but it's how you react to it failing.
I don't think he said
He
that.
didn't say that.
I remember him saying that if he let that spirit beast hatch, all the deeds he was doing, it
He said
definitely would have ate him.
He said it would have eaten him.
So let's talk about the pilot. Is this the best pilot episode? The best first episode of an anime?
Yes.
Out of all animes, is there any anime that has a better first episode? Frenchie.
Not first episode.
Been one that's with me, watching it as a kid, watching as a teenager, watching as an adult. This episode not only launches what is a truly incredible show, it's a powerful episode. I've told people that anyone that has ever experienced suicidal thoughts, depression, stuff like that, this is an episode to watch because you're able to see the impact that Yusuke had on people that he had no idea about. And I think it's just really powerful of how that really launches the series.
Yeah,
I think
Yeah.
Trigun had a better first episode, but that's just me.
Yeah, you're wrong, Sai.
but it's okay to be wrong because
Nah,
It is
I'm
okay,
never
bro.
wrong.
So then
Hold
let's
on.
talk about the big question of the series that never gets answered.
My
Where
question.
did Yusuke get a green uniform?
No idea.
I
Where
like
did it
to,
even come
I
from?
like to think he just stole it from a kid from a different
Doesn't
school.
Kuwabara have the wrong color uniform too?
No, he's got the blue one.
No, he,
But I
Everyone's
thought-
supposed to
he
be
just
wearing
wears.
blue.
Yeah, Kuwabara just
I thought
sometimes
his was a
wears
different
it.
color blue.
No, he just wears it differently sometimes, but he wears like the same color type that they're supposed to wear. Yusuke is the only one who doesn't wear the correct uniform. I like to think he just stole it off a kid from a different school because he liked their uniform better.
It would
So
be
he
very
just took
Yusuke.
He seems to have multiples.
He does because he
Is he like?
goes through a lot.
Why does he wear the same thing all the time? Is he like Superman?
That's true. Also, just another, that like in the Dark Tournament, since we're on the subject of him having copies of clothes, when he just rips that wristband off. You guys ever tried to rip a wristband off? It's not easy.
No. But I
Have
don't
you ever
have
tried to
spirit
fire an energy blast from your finger?
Plenty of times, and it's never worked.
Think
Exactly.
We all
Also
have.
not easy.
My man.
I think all of us watching this as a kid the first time, everyone tried doing a spirit gun. Like,
I think-
what are the chances this works?
I think at least 50% of the people on this podcast have tried it within the last week, just in case.
Yeah, maybe things have changed.
So at the beginning, Yusuke's dead, and and my wife was watching with me, and Botan said something that really caught her eye, and Botan said, "Look at me, I'm Yusuke, I'm burning," and my wife said, "What a bitch." And that was a good point.
Yeah, she
I
Botan
love
very
Botan.
early on is very like I'm just gonna make whatever joke
Hilarious.
what I want at your expense because it's funny to me. Also, what
So-
happens when Botan, like, I know they show later on in the show, like, that Botan had other people that can do her job.
Yeah, there's other
There's other
Other
Grim
Grim
Reapers.
Reapers. She was a pilot of the River Styx, and then she got promoted. She was not Sensui's sidekick. But
No,
she
she
is
wasn't.
the sidekick of this one.
Do we ever see Sensui's like spirit partner?
No,
I don't
That's
think
not
he-
the demon guy.
I don't think he had one because Sensui is like was already like, I can't remember how they phrase it exactly, but it's like
Like he could see him and
when
stuff.
he was, yeah, but like when he was Spirit Detective, Sensui was like more powerful than Yusuke was at the end of like the demon tournament or the dark
I
tournament.
don't know about all that.
Yeah, I don't know about
level.
all that.
But it's shocking to me how the first Spirit Detective of Earth started 15 years ago, like when Yusuke was born. You'd think they would have needed someone before that.
No, everything went super smooth.
Nah, they just let people die.
Well, I mean, they do just
I
let people
think so.
die. The Spirit Detective doesn't do a lot to stop that most of the time.
Yeah, he's kind of like the stopgap after the situation has come up. Like, hey, Yusuke, this thing's already happening, and lots of people have died. We need you to now do something about it.
Yeah, these three ancient weapons were stolen, and they've been taking children's souls and eating them. We need you to jump on this ASAP.
Like really quick. And then it just gets worse when it's like, hey, Yusuke, so there's this like city, right? And it's full of these saint beasts, and they're making demands now. And
Well,
you're the only person we have. So we
At
need
least
you to
at
go
that
ahead
point, they're like, let's put a team together. They're not just like, send the kid out. What's the worst that could happen?
Well, that's the thing. The funny thing is that they don't think about it until later. Like Kuwabara just happens to come with him. They don't think about sending him, and then they send Yusuke by himself, and then they send Hiei and Karama after as like, oh, Koenma thought you might need help, which means the
They
original
were
thought
sent in
was
as a team. But so it gets me. It shocks me every time I rewatch Yu Yu Hakushow that Yusuke's only dead for 5 episodes. It feels so long.
It does.
It
Yeah, it's
feels
true.
like it's like a 20 episode
Well, it's
arc.
because a lot happens. Because he possesses Kuwabara. There's the fire breakout. There's the spirit
Kisses
egg.
Kuwabara.
Yeah, he kisses Kuwabara. He helps Kuwabara study for that test. There's the stuff with Kuwabara and his friends, and the fight with the teachers and all that. Like all that happens in 5 episodes. But that's a lot for 5 episodes.
I mean, that's kind of the feel of the entire show. Like, the Yu Yu Hakushow is only like 112 episodes. It's crazy to think of all
Yeah.
the stuff that happens and all the different arcs.
Yeah, because it's so because Spirit Detective arc, Saint Beasts, Dark Tournament, Sensui's arc, Demon
Best arc.
Tournament arc. Yeah, I mean like that's a lot for 112 episodes. I mean like now are like a single arc for One Piece is 112 episodes.
Yeah. I mean,
Filler
or
for
more.
Naruto is 112 episodes.
That's true, yeah.
yeah,
Well, the
I mean,
entire
that's
anime is filler.
Yeah.
But
98% of it.
yeah.
So Yusuke comes back to life, and then Kuwabara's in some trouble because the guy has horns, right? And here's what's always sparked me about that. He punches the guy in the back of the head, and that was messed up to me. Why would you do that? You're clearly stronger than the guy. Punch him in the face.
Because then you fast forward to like end of the tournament arc or Dark Tournament arc when those 3 guys pick a fight with Yusuke before all that stuff gets revealed, and Yusuke fights them 1-on-1, and he punches the dude in the face like normal,
Yeah, you don't punch someone in the back of the head.
even with horns. Like
Even with
you just got done beating up demons. Like horns. I mean, I don't know. I guess the
So-
maybe like freak out, but
So I would like to I've been doing some research while you guys were talking, And Kuwabara definitely has a different colored uniform. Also,
He does not. It's
yes, he
blue.
does. It's
It's
blue.
blue.
Theirs is dark blue. That's two different colors.
I said same color type. I didn't say
No,
same color.
that's not how uniforms work, though.
Okay, blue is blue. I'm sorry he can't afford the fancy detergents you use, Sai. Okay? He doesn't have
Keep your
color
clothes
fast.
nice.
Who uses detergent?
Sorry, laundry sauce.
Yeah, laundry gravy.
Regardless, it's different colored. It stands out compared to the other ones. It's different.
Well, yeah, they do stand out because it's their ways of standing on or whatever.
But
But
he's a main character, so he's drawn with more colors.
well, exactly. So we go right into it though in the show, like where once he's brought back to life and he captures that first demon dude, he gets accepted as the spirit detective of the spirit world, and his first mission, literally right away, is to recapture 3 stolen artifacts that could take over the world. And it's
Could destroy the world.
Yeah,
And
it's the-
Botan says, "Listen, I know you have no training, but figure it the fuck out."
you got
Oh,
this.
I'm Yusuke, I'm burning.
Here's a thing called the spirit gun. You can use it once a day, and that's all you can do right now. Good luck.
But we're not going to tell you that you can only use it once a day
Yeah.
until after you use it the first time.
Then we'll
Now,
tell you.
let's be fair. Him shooting Iwamoto in the back of the head was a great choice for first person to get shot.
It was a great choice.
It's probably the best use of the spirit gun in the entire series.
It really is. Which leads us to his first real fight as a spirit tech, which is him versus Goki, who stole the Orb of Bosk, which can steal souls, but it's easier if they're kids.
Yeah, and it is interesting that Goki mentions that he could steal souls without it.
Yeah, he says he has to cook it.
He has to cook them.
He has to cook it.
He has to
But
prep her.
The Orb of Bosk just seasons it already for him. So it's an all-in-one purpose kitchen orb for human souls, which is nice.
fancy salt shaker.
Yeah, it really is. But it leads us to probably Yusuke's best use of a fight when to win the fight. He just sticks because he's losing the fight. He's clearly losing the fight. Goki's way stronger than him, and he just puts a stick in Goki's mouth and just fires his spirit gun into Goki's throat.
Now that's odd because you said the best, and I found that this one was not the best. Because I feel like
it's
Goki
definitely
could've-
not the best. I don't know why Mark thinks it is, but
I
it's a
thought
good
Goki
move.
could bite through the stick. Like I figured he could bite through a stick.
I'm sure he
What?
could have. I think it was supposed to be like
Put
an
a toothpick in
instantaneous
your mouth and bite down, man. This doesn't work that way.
I'm not a demon.
I think it was supposed to be like
Not
a
with that
thing where, like,
attitude.
I don't think the first thought is like bite down. I think it's supposed to be like the shock of Goki realizes he can't close his mouth, and by then it's already too late. Yusuke's
Look,
fired.
if you want to get into that, if he was really that into it, he during Yusuke's little speech after sticking that in his mouth, he would have just punched him. But he didn't.
True.
Clearly, he wasn't the most strategic fighter.
Yeah.
So that's Yusuke's kind of first use of a strategy.
Yeah. And so he wins and he gets back the Orb of Bosk and he saves all the kids. And then the second demon that helped in the stealing, Kurama, finds Yusuke and says, "I'm going to give you back the Forlorn Hope, but I'm going to use it in 3 days. You got to give me 3 days, and then I'll just give it to you. And I'll turn myself in.
And Yusuke's like, cool, deal.
See you in 3 days."
And that's why you train your spirit detectives, guys.
So they don't just trust a demon.
To be
Because,
fair, he didn't know.
No, and he
They
said he
waited
had
to tell him how it
he-
worked after.
yeah, and it's true, and he said he got a feeling that he should trust Kurama, but he wasn't sure why.
I mean, he wasn't wrong, but he was also lucky.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, because Kurama's probably the person you should trust least.
he really is. He does.
Yeah,
some-
yeah. If you
he
think
does some
about
shit,
it,
man.
He's a fox.
He's a fox.
yeah, Kurama's the only person Hiei's well, like early on, Kurama's the only person Hiei's genuinely afraid of.
Which is crazy because he should be afraid of a lot of people.
Yeah, like, yeah. Really, you're not that strong, man.
But Kurama just wants to use the orb to wish his mother's illness away.
Yeah,
And the cost
Wait.
of the orb is your life. Or not orb, I'm sorry, the mirror.
The
And,
Forlorn Hope. Yeah. Which, by the way, if you guys go back, the wording of his wish once he activates the Forlorn Hope mirror is he doesn't say he doesn't say I want her to be well or anything like that. His initial exact wording is I wish her. The Forlorn Hope mirror says, "Oh, your wish is for her happiness," and he says yes. That could mean a lot of things. If that mirror was a dick, like
Was that the dub or the sub?
Everybody watches dubbed. Okay.
Yeah, I know,
Everyone
but
is watching sub.
Yeah,
Yu Yu
in the
Hakusho.
dubbed when the mirror
Is Frenchie
activates,
frozen?
a little bit, yeah.
No,
Okay.
Frenchie. He sits perfectly still most of the time.
Yeah, that's the wording in the dub when he activates the mirror of Forlorn Hope is the mirror says, "You want this woman's happiness," and Kurama says yes, and he goes, and the mirror says, "Okay, then it shall be."
Yeah.
The
plot twist is that
I
his
need
mom
your life.
actually wanted him dead.
Right, and that's what I was saying. Like, what if that mirror was a dick, and he was like, "Your mother's happiness is her dying right now, and she's gone." All right, congratulations.
You
She's
gotta
happy.
trust the mirror, okay? So Kurama has to die to make the wish come true, but instead Yusuke tries to die, and then the mirror's just like, you know what? It's cool.
Yeah, you just don't have to.
No one has to do anything. Everyone has their wishes come true.
For free.
I just think Yusuke doesn't want to live because he tries to kill himself multiple times in the first 8 episodes.
Did he try to kill himself? Or was he just being reckless?
I mean,
it's not that he's trying to kill himself. He just doesn't value his own life.
Yeah.
So he doesn't mind throwing himself in the situation.
He sacrifices the egg and then tries to sacrifice himself to save Kurama.
Okay.
Okay. I see
egg
that as him
was
being
logical. He explained his logic.
Yeah, the egg was definitely like.
He said, "Why would I be alive without Keiko?" And Keiko's like, "Yeah."
And him saving the kid, I kind of see as.
Oh no, I understand all of it. All of them make sense, especially to the plot. But I'm just saying, like, he sacrifices himself 3 times in the first 10 episodes of the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hero. Goku sacrifices himself at the beginning of Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, but
I don't see you getting on
back.
him.
Did he know he was coming back in the first one though?
Yeah, because they knew they were going to be able to get the Dragon Balls.
He didn't know Piccolo wasn't going to change his mind and be Demon Piccolo again.
Okay, I just feel like you don't know Goku at all if you think his first thought wasn't Piccolo's my friend now. That's his first thought with everyone.
Yeah, but it could be wrong.
It doesn't matter. That's still his thought process. His thought process is this guy's my friend now. Doesn't matter. Doesn't need to know anything. He just says this guy's my friend now. Anyway, Yu Yu Hakushow. You guys keep getting off track. You gotta pay attention. But what were we talking about?
This kid won't go to sleep.
Well, let's bring him on.
Benadryl.
Yeah. Okay, so the Kurama thing happens, right?
Got Kurama. We took care of Kurama. He's gone. Don't offer about him anymore.
So
now
Hiei
has a special sword that turns trees into demons, but they die automatically.
Yeah,
and people into demons.
The sword of I can't remember. Demons. I can't remember what it was. Yeah, so it turns. It can demon sword. Yeah, so it can turn any object into a demon, but it can turn human into like slave demons essentially. So,
but it also has the antidote in the handle.
Perfect placement.
Weirdest shit I've heard in my life.
And it's a weird liquid.
Yeah.
Well, no, I've seen it done before where they put like. Oh, dude! Like in whenever you use a poison blade, you have to keep the antidote somewhere.
Yeah, that's weird.
Okay, good point. Good point. This isn't a poison blade.
So you never know you're going to spin it around and actually cut yourself.
That's true. Yeah. So Hiei's got the Jigan Eye, and he beats Hiei
What is
by
the Jigan Eye?
The spirit. The Jigan Eye is a eye that Hiei has that lets him apparently minorly control humans.
Yeah. So here's what bugs me about the Jigan Eye. Nothing bugs me about the Jigan Eye. The surgery he got was it shows a flashback of him getting the Jigan Eye, and the doctor who put it in was not the same doctor he meets later.
It was not.
They clearly decided to change that character design because this dude had horns and a tail.
Yeah, and did not look like a doctor, but the guy in the flashback clearly has on like medical, like
The guy in the flashback
Robes
had
and
the
stuff.
horns and the tail.
yeah, they look completely different.
It
They
was
look
different.
nothing
They
alike.
changed things, and it's not okay to change. Everything has to stay the same forever.
That's true. But he BTA by shooting a spirit gun off of the mirror of Forlorn Hope, and it bounces into Hiei, knocks him out.
Hits him in the back, and
Yeah.
Hiei's like, "Good move, bro."
And then
And then he
Yusuke's like,
dies.
man, hitting people in the back of the head's really been working for me.
Yeah, he's gotta get some honor.
Because, at that point, that's his fourth fight, like as a spirit detective fighting a demon. And 50% of those wins were by hitting them in the back.
Yeah,
And the other one was shoving a thing down the guy's mouth.
Yeah, and firing a a gun into his mouth.
but like, I've been to a lot of judo tournaments, and shoving something in someone's mouth is definitely legal.
Yeah, that's a good point. So then he wins. He gets all the items back, and then Kurama finds him and goes, "Hey, there's these demon insects all over the place because there's this city of
That's not what
demons.
Kurama's not there.
They're all there. Everyone's there.
You're
Or
like,
Koenma, sorry, Koenma.
Koenma.
And so he's like, "Hey, there's these 4 saint beasts, and they're unleashing these demon insects that are
Makai
taking over-
insects.
Makai
The
insects. are
Makai
taking over-
insects.
taking
And
over
there's
people.
something that bugs me about this is Botan says anyone taken over by the Makai insects, everyone will just think they're crazy, right? But they're fucking blue. They turn blue. Who's confusing
That's pretty
blue and
crazy.
crazy?
Maybe it's they only appear blue if you have heightened spirit awareness.
I think that's one of those anime things where it's to
They want them.
so we
they
can
want them
see.
to look different. Yeah.
They want it to be obvious.
Keiko
Yeah, that's a good
saw the one dude is blue.
Yeah, but she's been
Got heightened spirit awareness.
She has
been
no
touching
heightened
on
spirit awareness.
Yusuke.
She doesn't know anything about that yet.
Says you. I'm just playing.
Says me. Says all of us. We all know Keiko does not have any
No,
spirit
she
awareness.
doesn't. So he just to help speed it along. So he gets Kuwabara's with him. So Kuwabara decides to come with him to the city of I can't remember what they call
Ghosts
it.
and
but-
apparitions.
Yeah, city
I'm
city
seeing-
of ghost apparitions, and then Koenma sends Kurama and Hiei to join him because
Wait.
they let off Kurama with kind of like a time
Slap on the
serve.
wrist.
Yeah, kind of time serve kind of thing, and Hiei's let off kind of on a supervised probation kind of thing.
EA
We also
has to-
missed Koenma's punishment
Oh, the spankings.
Oh, the spanking, yeah.
because he just put the mirror back with all the glasses.
Yeah, it didn't
with all the
fix
broken
anything.
pieces.
I think one thing I would have liked to see the show do, like, because they keep mentioning how King Yama could just like sink a continent if he was feeling up to it, which like begs the question why this guy has never stepped in at any point.
He
To,
has.
like,
Remember when he shot that one world into space? And then the movie happened?
Oh
that's true.
shoot!
No, that's a
I
good point.
completely forgot about that. I was
Yeah,
like,
that's-
"What is he
true.
talking about?" I don't remember that at all.
But yeah,
So let's
so
talk
he-
about the four
yeah.
Saint Beasts and
They
how
go to say- yeah.
Genbu is a bitch.
Genbu was the rock guy, right?
Why am I saying Genbu?
No, the
Yeah.
rock because they
Yaku is a bitch.
Suzaku.
Suzaku.
We'll get to Suzaku in a moment. I've got some thoughts on what that guy does.
So
with the bird.
there's the 4 Saint Beasts. The first guy is the rock dude.
The rock dude is Genbu, and Genbu could totally beat the shit out of Byaku.
Oh, easily.
I think Byaku was the weakest Saint Beast, despite what he said.
No, I agree. And also for Genbu, you've been alive that long. How do you not know that there's a glowing rock inside of you?
He did know. He bragged about it.
No, he didn't know. Remember when Kurama showed it to him and he was like, "What is that?" And Kurama was like, "Oh, this is part of your hypothalamus, part of your brain, and it lets off energy when it separates from you."
I think that was more of him not knowing what it looked like.
But that's my point. Like he knows he has this ability, and at no point, like how many
he said he could
centuries
always
has you
pull
had?
himself back together on that main point.
Yeah,
I
how
think it
many-
was a speed feat to where he, Kurama did it so fast.
I think to me it was just like a weird stretch of like this demon's been alive for centuries, yet he doesn't know how his own body works.
You're just he knows. You just don't want to give him credit because you're a Genbu denier.
Yeah, that's true.
I feel like
Probably
Saryu
round two.
is the weakest, but
Yeah, so
that's just me.
they beat Genbu. Kurama beats Genbu.
And then we get the longest fight in the anime so far.
Byaku.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, Byaku, yeah.
by
Like,
far the longest
yeah.
fight in the anime.
Who's also again the dumbest fighter because at least Genbu uses like strategy. He out of the 4 Saint beasts, Byaku is definitely the dumbest fighter.
Byaku does
He's
use
also
strategy.
fighting Kuwabara.
Yeah, but I was about to say Byaku did use a little strategy.
When he was eliminating the islands.
Yeah, but barely though. Like it was like over cockiness strategy of like
He's
I'm gonna
also
bring.
fireproof.
He also
he's
got
not. He is
that
fireproof.
those little minions to keep like them
Well,
at
he-
bay, right?
He summoned it because he wanted them to eat Kuwabara because he didn't think Kuwabara was worthy of him fighting. So he said he was
Also-
just gonna.
Oh,
After
okay.
4 of them got taken care of. Why didn't he just be like, okay, we'll now deal with these?
Here's 10. Here's 10. Here's 12. But yeah,
Well,
so then
That's because Kuwabara made a popsicle out of them.
Kuwabara made the ring out of them. I mean, at that point, what are you going to
He-
do? Just put more on the
he-
ring?
he went human centipede with it,
He did.
and it worked.
So you think Sarah used the weakest?
Yeah, I don't like him.
Okay, but does that make him the weakest?
Yep.
Fair
Yeah,
enough.
Yeah,
Yep.
I
Well,
think to me it's Byaku is that's the weakest out of the 4.
well, I don't
would
know.
agree.
If you go with the element thing,
But yeah, that's the thing. And it's more than just the element thing, because EA is a better
Yeah.
element, and he fucking hates ice apparitions.
It really does.
which is weird.
No, it's
Well,
not.
no, it makes sense. It makes sense.
It's-
It makes sense, but he doesn't hate Yukino. Is what I'm
No,
saying.
but he
doesn't do anything to him.
he has a general hatred for overall ice
Well,
apparitions.
no,
So they-
It's
The other-
a lot of things.
yeah. So okay, so you think they beat Byaku, right? So it looks like Kuwabara wins, and they go to Siryu, who Sai just mentioned is the ice guy.
the quickest fight in all of Yu Yu Hakushow.
It's one of the quickest ones. Definitely the quickest out of. It's definitely the quickest out of the 4.
I think the horned demon
Uh,
that goes unnamed was longer than his fifth fight.
Well, that it does. It's an early track record, but like if he perceives someone as a somewhat of a threat, he goes all out right away to just get rid of him, versus prolong the fight. Like with Zero in the Dark Tournament fight, he knows Zero's a threat, and so he just unleashes the Darkness Dragon and kills him in 5 seconds.
I was about to say, what about the dude from Taguro's team? I don't think he kind of went out all out at
No,
first.
well, because he
on him.
couldn't, because Bui was too strong, and he
EA was
too-
pretty fucked up by that fight.
yeah.
But we'll get to
like,
that later. Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
We'll talk about
But,
EA's fucked up farm later.
But it was
Yeah.
relevant now.
yeah. So
It is
he
relevant.
destroys Siryu in like 5 seconds, chops him up into 16 slashes or something.
Yeah.
Cuts
He's
him up.
dead. It doesn't matter.
He
So
gets,
let's
and then
get
it's the final fight. Yusuke versus
Suzaku. So
Suzaku.
let's talk about Suzaku.
Hold on,
Go ahead.
didn't we skip? Right, Genkai?
No.
She was not in there.
No,
talking about-
I thought Genkai's.
I think he's talking about Yusuke getting training from Genkai
Yeah.
from winning her
Yeah, we
like the
did,
Renku
but-
fight and
We,
all that.
we completely skipped that.
It's
we
fine. There's a lot to cover in an hour.
That's the problem. Yeah. We're
It's
already at 40 minutes.
It's too much to cover in an hour.
Letting it slide.
Yusuke gets training from Genkai, and he beats a demon who's killed 99 apparitions and
Named
should have
Rando,
easily
and he
crushed
also
UK
beats a
in
guy
5
with a
seconds.
swastika on his head.
That's true. Well, it's the Buddhist symbol, I think, right?
It's a swastika, bro.
It's a swastika, and they got the swastika from a Buddhist symbol or something. It's
Yeah,
something
the-
from Eastern religion.
Yeah,
It's
the,
also in
the
Tokyo
swastika. The swastika is the reverse of a symbol
Mhm.
from like a Buddhist monk sect.
Yeah. It's still called a swastika, I believe. In
It is, but it's like when the
Hitler
Germans
just took it
adapted
and
it.
perverted
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Let's-
Hitler just took Hitler
Look,
took it,
guys.
reversed it, and made it perverse.
We
But
can't
it came
reclaim
from
I'm sorry, but you cannot reclaim the swastika.
No, you can't.
It's
but
over for the swastika.
No, it is, but its original origins are interesting.
Its origins are. It's not going to win it back.
No,
anyway,
it's
so
not.
Yusuke beats
but-
Rando, and then he goes
Right,
and
yeah.
fights Suzaku. So let's
Yeah.
talk about Suzaku, guys. He
Yeah,
fucks that
so-
bird, right?
100%.
Yeah, he
Probably.
fucks that.
100%.
I hate that bird so much.
No, see,
The bird was the best
not,
part of the 4 beasts.
Not only does he fuck that bird, all 7 of him fuck that bird at the
Yeah.
same time.
So that's messed up.
Because that bird's way too. I don't know. That bird's so
The
freaking
bird,
annoying.
for one, and
True.
then for 2, it's still a bird.
Yeah.
It's his
Uh,
hype man.
Suzaku's not a bird. So
he's
keep your
he's a
dick in
bird
your pants.
demon.
And he actually has kind of cool powers. He can kind of control lightning.
He's
It's pretty
supposed to be a phoenix, right?
I think
Yeah,
that's the
sounds right.
I think that's the gist of what you're supposed to.
No, like the Saint Beast, it's like the 4
Yeah.
Yeah,
north
it's
cardinal
he's supposed to be,
directions.
yeah.
There's a beast in each direction. The
Yeah, I think
phoenix,
that's the loose.
The
dragon,
dragon,
the
the,
loose end.
tiger.
the tiger, and the rock.
Just another
Yeah, I don't
instance
know.
of. Yeah, I
I
guess.
don't know what Byakuya was. Byakuya.
But pretty
No,
cool power.
Gimbal.
I did like his powers. I
I
thought
think
the lightning
Gimbal's
stuff.
a turtle.
I thought the lightning stuff was
oh,
pretty cool.
yeah, that would be it, huh?
The lightning was pretty cool, and that was a good thought by Yusuke. He hits his hair, so he can't give him direct hits, and then
Yeah.
Yusuke puts shoes on his feet
Because they're rubber soles.
to fight, but it was a fake out. The rubber soles,
Yep.
Yusuke had spirit energy behind it.
And he just. It's strategy, I guess. It's a
Yeah,
wisdom.
I
Yusuke has
never-
more strategy than I've ever given him credit for.
Yeah,
I've
he
really.
does
never
actually put some thought into attempting
Understood
to.
how Suzaku didn't feel him charging the spirit energy.
I think it's the over cockiness of like he's
It's
just
his
toying
horn,
with him,
dude.
so he's
His
not
horn
paying
got
attention
fucked.
to it.
Oh, well, yeah, true.
And he probably-
in the face by shoes.
Yeah, and he probably just got done having sex with a bird before Yusuke showed up, so he's
Yeah.
like he's not thinking straight.
Birds have worms.
He's
Yeah,
he's used to
Do you
fucking
think
a
he
bird.
plays the flute while he fucks the bird?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, he
probably.
uses the flute as a dildo.
Okay. All right. Yeah, this is inappropriate.
You started this,
I did. He fucks the bird. He started it by fucking the bird.
and I ended it.
All right, that's good. So he wins. He beats Suzaku. He murders him. He
He
murders
steals the bird.
No one ever gets. No one gets to fuck the bird again.
No, but the bird lives. The bird flies away to.
Yeah,
become
we don't
a,
ever see the bird again.
Well, you
No.
don't. You don't want to side because the bird falls down on its luck and flies
No.
to the corner.
No, the
To-
bird starts to fly away, and then as soon as it gets out of frame, lightning hits it, and it's dead. That's the fate of the bird.
Oh, I think I missed that part.
All right.
That's actually how they saved Yusuke. Is they feed him the lightning to chicken and
Yes.
gives him life energy back.
Yeah, it's just like a MMORPG. You eat a chicken after a big
It's in one
fight.
of those OVAs that we haven't gotten yet.
All right. So now we move on to the next part where they have to save Yukina from a mansion, right?
Because she cries pearls.
Because she cries pearls. Which is
Just
fine.
during this arc.
So this is my least favorite part of all of Yu Yu Hakushow. But I will say Yusuke's stance on fighting are super progressive. He says he doesn't care.
Oh yeah.
Oh, a
Does he
woman,
grab
a
her titties?
grandma, a toddler. It's a fighter. Yusuke will fight them, and I'm impressed.
Wait, yeah. Which parts did he grab? The underparts, right? The undercarriage.
Yeah.
Really progressive for the early 90s.
And then we see Tagoro, who Mark loves, and I think Tagoro looks dumb as shit.
I hate Tagoro.
The Tagoro design is just so fucking stupid.
The only
His
thing
regular
worse
design is
than
a lot better
Tagoro is Tagoro.
The Tagoro is like, is a dude with a sports coat and no shirt riding around on a motorcycle. It's like the dudes from Revenge of the Nerds tried to think of what a cool guy looks like, and that's what they drew.
I always just thought it
It
was
looks
Arnold
like-
Schwarzenegger.
See, I thought anime Jean-Claude Van Damme.
all horrible.
I just saw him as anime Terminator.
And he
with the
kills
glasses.
Helen.
Wait, what?
He kills Helen.
Who's Helen?
Helen?
Mm-hmm.
You don't remember Helen?
No.
Frenchie, you remember Helen?
I have no idea. Oh, yes, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Who is Helen?
Tarukane's
monster.
demon that he made in a lab or something.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I didn't remember that was his name.
Also, you want to talk about poorly designed characters? Tarukane is disgusting.
Okay, what the fuck is his head supposed to be? A
The-
pork
It
bun?
looks like someone. Yusuke punched him in the back of the head, and that was the welt it left.
If you think that's the worst
Okay.
design face, you haven't seen JoJo's.
I will have like 15 more
newest
minutes.
JoJo's
This kid won't
episode.
sleep.
Okay, we were just talking about how stupid Tagoro looks.
Yeah, he does look stupid though.
He does look really stupid. He's a okay. Here's
Wait, isn't he your favorite character?
Yes.
Tagoro.
Yeah.
Me no.
Mark's trying to change his stance, but we have tons of records of him saying he likes Tagoro.
No, I like Tagoro, but we're talking about his look, right?
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tagoro's look is a guy who tried out for the cop on the YMCA, but couldn't quite nail down the look.
So, Frenchie, I have a note here to go along with what you said, and it said, "What is wrong with Tarukane's head?" You are
Yeah,
right.
does he have like a tumor?
No, I don't
Mark,
think
you
so.
Missed it. You missed it. My joke was that Yusuke punched him in the back of the head, and that was the welt it left.
We all laughed. So, I mean, you guys can talk about this arc if you want. I think it's stupid. I think it's a big waste of time.
It
I think
is.
they could have done it all in like 2 episodes and moved on further.
Yeah,
But-
it's
Maybe 3.
It's a weird case to give a spirit detective when the only bad thing that would happen is he kills a bunch of really corrupt humans. I get that it's against the law and all that stuff, and you'd have to arrest Hiei again, but I don't see why it needed to be a whole thing.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
yeah,
he's already on probation, so like, why is it Yusuke's problem if he fucks up?
And let's be fair, they're looking the other way because he had clearly killed some of those dudes.
Oh, easily.
Working his way in, he killed some of those guys.
Yeah.
But
They
yeah,
attacked him. It was
No one
self-defense.
cared.
yeah.
It was
But they
self-defense.
they save all the stuff, and it's because they have his sister captured and blah blah blah. That's why they're worried. But
So then we
skip-
find out
we'll
it's a
skip that arc.
secret that
Yeah.
Yukina is Hiei's sister. We find about Hiei's past. He was a fire apparition born to the ice world. So
Yeah.
Because
and
he was
then,
the only boy.
his,
That makes
his
him a fire.
mom's friend just fucked him
and
off.
then Psych. You think they killed the Tagoro brothers, which this is the only part, and we'll move on because I know for time, but I can understand why they think they killed the younger Tagoro, right? Because they put a sword through his stomach. Makes
the other
sense that you think
the
he
other
killed
one was
him.
a weapon.
Yeah, the other one was just a weapon on his brother's hand. How did you not make the connection that he's probably faking?
So
Didn't the
Yeah.
thing fall on him though?
no.
Like the
No.
building?
No, well, later, but originally nothing happens.
So
Right after they kill
younger
him.
younger Tagoro says that elder Tagoro, their energies merge and they become like one person.
Yeah.
Hmm. But yeah, so they think they killed the Tagoro brothers, so they leave, and then Tagoro shows up and says, "Hey, guess what, Yusuke? Magic.
What?
I'm alive.
Sucks to be you, bro."
And you didn't
Uh,
even use 20% of my power.
So he challenges him to come fight
Yeah.
him at the dark
It's-
tournament.
And says,
So-
"You don't have a choice. It's
After
mandatory."
destroying
or
a
I'm-
parking garage.
yeah,
He does destroy
on his
part of it.
head, and says, "This is the last time I save you. You're gonna fight me in the dark tournament, or I'm gonna come kill everyone who's ever known your name ever."
He says, I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill your family. I'm gonna kill your dog. I'm gonna kill anyone who owes you money.
Which is
God
probably a lot.
dang,
Which is probably a lot
That
of
is
people.
brutal.
Yeah. So he says, "I'm going to kill every single person you know." And then so Yusuke joins the dark tournament, and his team is Kuwabara, Kurama, Hiei, and the Masked Fighter.
So
Who we
They
have no
all-
idea who that is.
yeah,
No clue.
Even though
even-
they're wearing
even-
Genkai's
even-
outfit.
and where's
even
Genkai's clothes?
Yusuke, even Yusuke doesn't know.
Yusuke trains with Genkai, where Hiei and Kuwabara train. Or I'm sorry, Hiei and Kurama train Kuwabara, and there's a line I'm always going to remember that Kurama says to Kuwabara, and he says, "Your weakness," and Hiei's. What's the word he uses?
Oh, he says Hiei's, like pride.
It's
and
not pride. This is the thing. It's a good word.
He says something because he says something along the lines of like, no, it's something along the lines of like Hiei's like over. Yeah, like he is ethics and your weakness make him go easy on you.
I don't
have that I don't have that weakness.
Oh.
And then he just beats the shit out of him.
Yeah, he beats the shit out of him. And then
which isn't true.
Kuwabara's big payoff from the training that he first reveals that he can now create 2 swords, which he then never uses again.
Right.
Yeah, he never does it.
After that one time.
He just makes the one sword. I mean, he's got some new moves. Like
he does.
His first fight, they get to the island. There's a line I also remember they're on the boat, and it starts shaking when they're raising the ring on the boat, and Kuwabara says, "Is it an earthquake?" And Hiei, with all the confidence of a 4-year-old wearing a Batman shirt, says, "There aren't earthquakes in the water," which is a lie. Just completely untrue.
There are 100% earthquakes in the water.
There are.
There's volcanoes in the water.
But would you feel it?
Yes.
Yes.
You would feel it
the
like
water
a regular
would move.
Yeah, but it's already moving.
Happen.
Yeah, Sai, what do you think happens in like? What do you think happens? What do you think happens?
Geologist.
Yeah, but look at what happened to the Philippines.
Whoa! What the fuck? You told us you were a geologist. That's why we let you on the podcast.
That's why you're on the show, man. Yeah, what do you think happens?
It's too late now.
Look at what happened to the Philippines literally right now. There was an earthquake in the water that they.
I didn't know anything happened to the Philippines right now.
Yeah, the whole country has no power.
We're not a news podcast.
Yeah, I was like, I don't pay attention to real world stuff.
So anyway, we get in there, and we were talking about Kuwabara's sword. His first fight is versus Rinku, right?
Yeah,
young man with yo-yos.
He's a kid.
And
there's no way we can cover all of this. Yu Yu Hakushow has too much to cover.
I know.
I think we're gonna have to call it at dark. I think we're gonna have to call it at the end of the dark tournament.
I'm with you. We can do that. So he makes his sword get longer. We just got to the beginning of the dark tournament.
It's the freaking beginning of it.
Yeah.
So he loses to Rinku pretty funnily. That he's kind of winning. He's winning the fight, and Yusuke says something in his sleep. So Kuwabara runs outside the ring to yell at a sleeping Yusuke. And Rinku just ties him up with his yo-yos and keeps Kuwabara out for the 10 count.
Yeah. It was a good move, though. It was strategy on the kid's part.
Very smart.
You'd think you would have seen that more in the tournament. So then Kurama fights Roto. Roto is a butthole.
I hate that guy.
Roto's the one with
Sean Schemmel, which is fun.
Roto's the one with Kurama, right? With the guy with the bomb, right? Who his brother is stalking.
Oh yeah.
Mom.
Yeah. So
he's an ass.
The big line of the fight is when Roto's like, "Don't you believe in mercy?" And Kurama just says no and fucking murders him.
Kurama's a bad
hard, dude.
Yeah.
Then we got
he gets better every rewatch to me.
It does. Yeah.
Kurama.
Zero versus Hiei. Hiei just unleashes the Dragon of the Darkness Flame. He doesn't fuck around.
Which is one of the coolest attacks in anime.
Which one?
And it's one of the most well-described ones. It's a dragon made out of dark flames.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of tattoos of people getting the dragon wrapped around the hand.
I like the slash the most.
The fist of the darkness flame sword.
Yeah, whenever you infuse it into a sword.
I wanted to check it as the music was done and my finger slipped and pressed a different one.
And then Yu Yu Hakushow happened.
So then Chu fights Yusuke. This is Sai's favorite fight in anime.
It is not my favorite fight in anime.
He likes when they shoot the balls at each other.
I did like when they shot the balls at each other.
He likes when they put their feet on the knivesies.
That's the part I didn't like.
And he likes when they punch each other's face. So it's a good fight.
I did
because
like when they
they're
punch each other in the face.
Yusuke finally punches someone in the front of the face.
yes, he punches him right in the face, not the back of his head. It's amazing.
Didn't he? Well, never mind.
They're brothers. They're brothers from other mothers. And Chu just goes to show you Australians can be from anywhere. They can be from
Even
space.
space.
They can be from Demon World, and they can be from Australia.
Space.
All right, so Yusuke's team wins, and they advance to face Dr. Ichigaki's team. And I wish they would have
Fuck that
just
guy,
cut
too.
this whole fight out, because fuck, I don't give a shit about Dr. Ichigaki. Oh, I hate this whole fight. I hate this whole team. I don't care about any of this.
I wouldn't say I hated it. It wasn't great, but I
It
didn't
was
hate
a
it.
waste of our time.
No, because we got to see some cool
You're talking
powers.
about Dr. Ichigaki, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty. I don't know. I feel like a lot of these teams that are in this tournament have no business being in this tournament. Now, not Dr. Ichigaki per se. They have at least powers and they're fairly strong. But like Togoro's, like their team's first fight, just those big dudes, like or there's I don't know, it just seems like there's so many teams that like were just random mass demon teams with zero powers, and then
I hope right after this
Well-
fight, their master gets home, and then he's just like, just leave. You guys are fucking disgrace. I don't want you here anymore.
you lost to one dude.
Look,
And I'm
you let
mad.
that dude put things on you just because I was sick. Screw you. You guys are idiots.
Just on the forlorn hope.
Yeah.
Like, come on, guys, get it together.
And it's like they can't afford the $70,000 for the surgery. Just don't
Yeah.
pay. Just do what I do whenever I have a medical emergency. Never
Don't pay it. Yeah, don't pay it.
Just move to
Dentist
Canada.
jail is not a thing anymore.
Okay, so what? Okay, so there's that fight. There's Toguro beats those 5 giant dudes by themselves by
Who cares about that?
ripping them apart, whatever that happens.
We got Team Macho, who is
Team
all of our
Macho.
favorite team.
Ninjas.
They're ninjas,
Ninjas.
man.
Jin might be my favorite side character in the entire series.
Jin's great.
We got
Jin's
I
not
just
as
love
cool
Jerry
as Chu.
Jewel.
Choose cool. Choose an
I
Australian.
do love
She's
Chu, but I
awesome.
also just love Jerry Jewel with an accent.
I think
it's also the same voice
I think the
actor as
first-
Suzaku.
That's show, yeah.
And he
I-
doesn't even-
So Jin fucks the bird?
no one else fucks the bird.
Just Suzaku.
I'm sorry. That's going to be stuck with
Uh,
me for a while now.
But I think it's interesting. Like I love those first fights with Kurama. I like the makeup guy. I don't know why I'm blanking
So
on his
yeah,
name.
Gamma. There's something I
Gamma,
remember about that.
yeah.
Kurama says only an amateur needs his arms and legs to fight. And I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? Like who?
It's a
It's
weird.
Then he
cool
whipped
that
his
you
hair
don't,
back
man,
and
but
forth.
literally no
It's
one
a-
else.
It's a weird cocky line to have to throw in there.
And he whipped
I
his hair
guess
back
it's not
and
a
forth
lie.
until
He
that
was
guy
fine.
died.
He did win, yeah, with just his hair, yeah, and then he beats Toya with almost no spirit energy,
Yeah.
which has got to be embarrassing for that guy.
Wait, he beat Toya? I thought
He
someone
beat
else.
Toya.
Yeah, he beats Toya.
The whole point is just to show what a badass Kurama is. But then he gets his ass kicked by Bakken.
Well, to be fair,
Yeah,
I mean, he was asleep.
he was unconscious, and then yeah, it does lead to a great line where the leader Rinku tells Bakken to put him down, and he says why, and he goes because if you don't, you're about to die. And he
oh
goes,
yeah,
and it's because Yusuke was about to shoot Bakken, and where? The back of the head.
That's Yusuke for you. He's all about the headshots.
Yeah, but Renku does say like clearly Yusuke cares more about this demon than winning the tournament. So Bakken puts him down, and then Yusuke just whoops
Yusuke puts Bakken
Bakken's
down.
ass.
okay. You keep saying Rinku. Is that the right name?
No.
Isn't that the name for the little kid?
Yeah, it's the little kid.
No, I don't remember.
Okay, it was
Wait.
confusing me. I was like Rinku.
It's
But
wasn't it?
no, I
wasn't
know
it-
who you're talking about.
Didn't it start with an R? Or am I wrong?
Risho.
Risho. I know. I
Risho.
knew it started with an R too. That's where I was
yeah.
getting confused.
My God, I love him just using the cloak and sending Kuwabara to the old stadium.
Oh,
Was that
that's-
this fight?
No,
No.
that's later.
That's the
That's
last
Shishi.
one, right?
Yeah.
Shishi. Yeah, but I can't remember the team name.
Shishimaru.
It's
Shishi
the
Wakamaru is who does it the first time. Then the old
Mhm.
well, the beautiful Suzaku.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
is the guy who uses it the second time to send him off.
Because he had made it, right?
Yeah, he made all the items. The Idon box, which is what made Kurama into the Demon Fox again.
Yoko
And
Kurama's
Yoko
terrifying,
Kurama, yeah.
and I love him.
He is.
Yeah.
Regular Kurama's terrifying too, though. Every chance he gets. So
It's
what's our next
Suzuki.
fight here? It's Jin versus Yusuke. Yusuke beats the shit out of Baka, and then Yusuke fights Jin, which is awesome. Because they're just
They're bros.
both. But neither one of them have a strategy at the end, and it's fantastic. But then they both get DQ'd. Do you know why they both get DQ'd? Because of rich white people.
Oh yeah. Wait, is this
Respect the
one
rich
where
Chinese people.
where the tournament shenanigans was going on?
Yes.
Okay.
Those happen every round after the first fights.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everybody was against. I don't get why everyone was against. There's a line when Kuwabara is fighting Risho where Toguro says, if Yusuke can't get past this fight, he doesn't deserve to fight me. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Yusuke's not even in this fight. And you know what's happening. You know they're stacking the odds against them. Why aren't you doing something, Toguro, if you really want this fair fight?
Because he didn't.
He didn't. No. So, yeah, he's just dumb as shit. So anyway, ends up with Risho versus Kuwabara, but Kuwabara is pretty hurt, and there's no way he's going to win without using his life energy. But then Yukina shows up, and he uses love energy.
And he wins.
He wins. Frenchie loves love.
It's true.
I do like love.
And only because this kid will not sleep, so I'm gonna have to bow out very shortly.
Team Masho.
Team
Team
Masho is the ninjas.
Which they had really cool outfits that were anti-KKK.
Yeah.
It was just black KKK outfits with the little symbol. I always recognize that, and it made me.
Yeah. So then Toguro's team beats the team.
Who cares?
Grid-
That's the other
Ninja?
branch. We don't care
I don't
about
know.
that one.
Which gives us to the finals, which is Team
Well-
Toguro versus
No. You skipped an entire round. You also skipped Yusuke getting the spirit orb.
That's true. I forgot.
Yusuke gets
Yeah.
so. This was a stupid time to give him the spirit orb. Like in the middle of a fight? Shit, what are you thinking?
In between two rounds.
Should have given it to him before the tournament started, to be honest.
Yeah, why didn't you give it to him during your training with him?
Yeah.
So the next team they fight, the first fight is Hiei versus Makintaru, which is not a good fight. Hiei stabs him in the head and he dies.
Yeah, Yuri Togi.
Next fight is Hiei versus Kuro Momentaru. He's the dude with the orbs.
Yeah.
The orbs are pretty cool.
The boo boo dude. I hated him.
You didn't like the orbs?
The furry
No.
cosplayer?
Yeah, that's why I didn't like him.
All of a sudden you're against furries?
Yes.
You can't just leave your past behind, you guys. So next we have Kurama versus Urashima. Urashima. The dude
with the
with
fishing
the he's got a fishing pole, and he's got an Idon box, and he turns Kurama into Yoko Kurama, which is a bad fucking move.
But it's
Yeah.
great because we
Yeah.
get to see the
Him poop on himself.
the demon tree plant. I can't remember the name of that plant. The demon tree plant.
The
I can't remember what he.
demon-
It's like it's like a giant Venus flytrap looking thing, kind of
Mm.
like. But that
I don't
moves.
like Kurama's plants; they're scary. So this was
They really are.
Yuri, the referee here, also gets turned into a child.
Oh
And
yeah, poor
Then
Yuri.
she is a really cute reference to Sailor Moon where she magic girls herself into an adult. And for those who don't know, the creators of Yu Yu Hakushow and Sailor Moon are married.
I do remember that.
Mhm.
I'm only gonna miss up now. I am gonna have to bounce because this kid is being really loud and won't sleep. Do you guys want me to spin the wheel really quick? Just so
Give
we
us
know
your
what we're
rating, spin the wheel.
watching? Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
it doesn't matter. We're gonna watch Digimon anyway.
It's Yu Yu Hakushow, so it's an S plus.
Excellent.
It's hands down in my top 3 anime, and it probably always will be, just because it's from start to finish. It's great storytelling, great writing, great character development, great music. There's literally nothing wrong about Yu Yu Hakushow in any way, shape, or form.
All right, spin the wheel.
And then you guys can.
Spit the
I want to do
wheel.
this before I leave because this kid's being
No
too loud, and
whammies.
I'm gonna have to go be a dad now.
Is that Digimon?
That's Digimon.
Nope.
Outlaw Star.
Outlaw
Not
Star.
bad.
Not bad. I have not watched this in a very long time, so I'm fairly.
I don't think
excited
I've
about
ever
it.
watched it
It's great.
in its
It's no Cowboy Bebop, but
continuity.
it does all right.
It's no Cowboy
I
Bebop,
prefer
but
Outlaw
it is-
Star to Cowboy
It
Bebop,
is,
but
it
hey,
is really good. So then, next week's I know you guys are going to keep going, but I think the quiz will be a little bit later next week because I'll be traveling for work, so I can only really do a little bit later.
That's fine.
Okay.
We'll talk about
but-
that later.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Get outta here,
later. But later works for next week. You guys have fun. Sorry for having to bounce, but yeah, kid won't sleep.
it's all good.
Why hasn't he gone yet? I was going to
Why
talk
don't
bad
we
about him.
leave?
Yeah,
Why don't we leave?
hurry up and leave so we can talk about how we're gonna watch Digimon.
Yeah, we're just gonna watch Digimon. He's right though, guys. We're pretty in the weeds here. We've gotten into depth with everything. Any good moments you guys want to point out in the series that we didn't get to?
How far are we going?
Go to the end. Anything you like that I haven't talked about yet?
I think my favorite part is the dichotomy between Sensui and Yusuke.
I think the Psychics arc is probably my least favorite arc in the series.
I think it's the best arc.
I am amazed at how out of left field the connection between Toguro and Genkai pops up, and then
Yeah,
how
that
natural
too.
it feels.
Yeah,
It does not feel tacked on at all, and there's no hint about it before. It's amazing.
yeah.
Unpopular opinion: I wish Genkai would have stayed dead. It made her sacrifice feel. That's one of my least favorite things about anime is when they don't understand death is supposed to be permanent. Like Dragon Ball Z is gonna Dragon Ball Z with the Dragon Balls, but I just feel like it happens in so many series that they bring him back with some bullshit way, and I think Genkai's sacrifice got tainted a little bit with them bringing her back.
You're right. I agree.
They brought her back though, right?
They bring her back immediately. That's Yusuke's wish.
Yeah. So I mean,
Just let her be dead and happy.
well, no.
They'll let her be
'Cause-
dead and unhappy, like the rest of us.
Yeah. But no, I kind of like that they brought her back.
There
She
is
has
no loss in this series. Everyone, out of the
there's-
3 deaths, none of them stick.
Yeah. Except for Toguro. Toguro sticks, even
Well,
though they didn't.
I'm talking about the main good guys.
Yeah, I know, but Toguro, and they wanted Toguro to not stick.
Toguro, yeah. Toguro likes to spend his life in purgatory. Yusuke beats Toguro. He beats Sensui. Sensui has sacred armor. Yusuke is, the Avatism of the Mazakyu, the 3 Kings arc, and then Yusuke versus Yomi. Right?
Yeah.
Yusuke versus Yomi, the best fight in the series. Hmm?
I don't remember that one.
Yusuke fights Yomi. Yomi has a shield that makes him invincible to demon energy. So Yusuke just keeps fucking shooting him until he runs out of demon energy and starts hitting him with spirit energy.
Yeah.
Hey, whatever works.
Okay.
Then he
Um,
swirls his energy together and creates piss energy like Sensui had. And then they're fighting and they knock each other down and they're starting to do the 10 count. And then Yusuke's just about to get up. And then it turns out it was 3 days ago and Yusuke lost the tournament. and Yomi beat him.
And then the beach episode happens, right?
And then the beach episode happens.
I do really like the final episode where the reunion with Yusuke and Keiko. I just think it's adorable.
I didn't like that. I wanted more Yu Yu Hakushow.
Yeah, I get that. Well, what do you guys rate it? For me, I'm gonna go with an S+ because of everything Mark said being right.
For once in his life.
For once in his life.
I gotta agree. This is actually the show that got me into anime as a kid, and it has been basically a lifelong favorite of mine. It is, I think, number 4 for me all time. And so that, Josh, I think did you see the picture I sent to you and Mark?
Yeah.
That is actually a pin that a guy that I've had on our podcast is on TikTok. His TikTok name is @the_Kuwabara. He cosplays as Kuwabara, like full pompadour and spirit sword and everything, and has actually done photo shoots with Chris Abbott and Justin Cook.
I think the only thing that bugs me about the series is the fact that they mispronounce Kuwahara's name every episode.
Yeah. It was crazy.
It's Kuwahara. We've seen the movie. We know.
But,
both of them. Both movies.
That pin that I sent is actually going to be one of the next tattoos I get for my anime leg sleeve. Is going to be the 4 tacks with the lyrics from Smile Bomb.
Get it on your head.
Maybe.
You should let me do it.
Let's
I'll
do
get a
it.
target for Yusuke to punch on the back of my head.
Yeah, that's smart. Take my advice. Always take my advice, guys. Sai, what do you rate this anime?
Unfortunately, I rate it a S+. Even though it's not in my top 10, it's great for what it is. It's one of the best animes, but it's just not in my personal top 10.
What? We're gonna have to do an episode about your top 10 because it's got to be some weird shit.
Cause it's just as good as it is.
It's the best shonen.
Oh no,
Oh.
Dragon Ball Z is the best shonen.
Okay, we all love Dragon Ball Z, but like,
Dragon
if we're
Ball Z is
looking
the
at
best
what's
shonen.
better,
Dragon Ball Z.
Yu Yu Hakushow's better.
If I had to watch only one, I would definitely pick Dragon Ball Z.
Well, I'd
That's
also
just
pick
me.
Dragon Ball
That's
Z
fair,
because
but that doesn't mean it's a better series.
there's twice as much of it.
There's also no character development at all in Dragon Ball Z.
Yes, there is.
Yeah, that's insane. Have you not seen Vegeta?
Yeah, I was about to say,
Fair.
Vegeta happens, Piccolo happens.
What about Vegeta going to Namek to apologize?
That's fair. Okay, I will rescind that. But the character and plot,
You're
There's a way
specifically
better-
thinking of Goku. Goku has no character development.
that's fair. Yeah. But in terms of character development and plot driven, Dragon Ball has the better story.
Well, yeah.
Dragon Ball Z is just more hype with more known characters.
I count the entire Dragon Ball. When I say
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Z, I'm usually talking about the entirety of it, everything. Even
He's talking
GT.
about Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT, and Super.
See, Dragon Ball Super and Dragon Ball GT drag it down so much, though.
No, they
They're
don't.
insane.
No, they don't.
Super
it's
is
so popular.
all right,
for-
but
Have you not seen Black Frieza?
He hasn't
that's
seen
not
Black
in
Frieza.
Dragon Ball Super in the anime yet.
It's in the
So,
manga.
Oh, okay.
GT
We're
is
talking
good,
anime.
and I'm tired of people.
Even
not
the Pura
admitting it.
Pura dance.
I actually like GT. Baby is actually one of my favorite villains in the entire series,
He's good.
and Omega Shenron is also great.
Ooh, don't bring that up in front of Sai.
Oh, you can bring up Omega, just not Hayes.
Hayes.
Shitty ass Hayes.
I just hate. I love the design.
You hate
for Super
Hayes
Saiyan
Shenron, right?
4, but I hate the way Vegeta became Super Saiyan 4 with the stupid machine that Bulma built, because his Saiyan pride, which is his entire personality, would not let him take a shortcut.
You just don't get Vegeta. You don't get Vegeta at all. He's different. He changes. He develops as a character.
I get that argument though. I kind of do, but I kind of feel like his pride at being the strongest would kind of dictate that he has to get it so he can be stronger than Goku as well.
Sure, that's a great way to look at it. The other way is he's now a family man who
That
needs
too.
to do this to protect his wife.
Yeah. Also, I never noticed this until we rewatched Dragon Ball Z on this show. I always thought the blood wave was an ass pull, like mitochondria in Star Wars, but it's not. It's actually they talk about it in the Saiyan saga. Yeah, I never knew that because everyone's like, "What is this blood wave stuff?" Whenever it came out.
To be fair, they talk about it in the Saiyan saga, and then they don't mention it again until GT.
Yeah, but no one had tails.
Good
either.
310 episodes. All right, guys. Well, we're gonna wrap it up for the night.
Frenchie, what did Frenchie
unanimous
give
S plus?
Did Frenchie say it?
Frenchie
Yeah, he
gave
did.
it an S plus.
Yeah,
he
he did.
tried to
Okay.
give it an S double plus, but we
You
wouldn't
can?
let him. We're gonna let him.
Yeah, you can get him an S double plus.
Frenchie, where do we find you?
You can find me with the Weekly Weebs podcast. You can find us on Spotify. You can find us on Facebook under Weekly Weebs podcast, on Twitter at the Weekly Weebs, as well as on TikTok with Weekly Weebs podcast and Instagram at the Weekly Weebs.
Awesome. We will go to all those places. Sai, where do we find you?
Here, my
Excellent.
house, at work, Simping for Senpai podcast everywhere.
You still have a job?
Yeah,
Haven't found out about your podcast yet?
no,
Excellent. As always, you can find Dad's Anime Stash on Facebook, on Instagram, and on MySpace. So take that box, slide it back under your bed, put some dust on it, and we will see you next week.
for Black Growlmon.
Black Growlmon.